Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, live on WBON-TV Channel 9 and on radio at V99.3, Sports Radio 103.5 and Y92.5. Support your favorite local teams and enjoy the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Also brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair, Nuevo Vallarta, and the law offices of Patrick O'Neill. Now let's go live to your hosts, Michael Watkins and Samantha Burford.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Michael Watkins, Samantha Burford, Garrett Stearns here on the show with you tonight, and hopefully your brackets are not busted. I know a few of ours are.
I can't wait to hear.
Hear what? If our brackets are busted?
Yeah.
I've had a few teams go out, but I've still got my Final Four still.
Yeah, mine's been all right.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy, though, with the brackets? You pick teams, but then I'm still glad they lost, even though it's breaking my bracket.
It's fun to see some chaos.
It is.
Because I was really happy when Florida lost.
Well, let's talk about some more basketball news. We have Mr. Basketball, Jake Feldhaus, here with us.
I feel like
and
we need,
ours uncle,
I
Coach
feel like
Storm.
we need clapping background noise. Like, woo!
We'll do
Big honor.
some cartwheels.
Some celebration noises.
Do a cartwheel or something for us. Hook us up.
Right.
Can you do a cartwheel?
Well, there is a wreck. Yes, I can.
Yeah, there was an accident.
There is an accident down here under the train bridge.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And Miss F is here, too.
Can you hook us? Can you get that set up for him when he gets in here? We'll get him on we'll get the headset on him. But first, man, congratulations. I know it's, I'm sure it's been a busy, not even 24 hours since you got the award last night. Talk about what it means to be Mr. Basketball. I mean, there's been so many postseason honors. You got 11th Region Player of the Year, Gatorade Player of the Year earlier in the week, and then you cap it off with Mr. Basketball last night.
Oh, yeah, it's great, and it's an honor for sure. And I appreciate all the voters and everybody who put that event together. But it's just really historic, and it's something that it's just cool to go down with all the other names, especially with the two others from Central, Marquise Estel and Dominique Hawkins. And it's just a really, really, really cool moment to be with them and kind of show that what my work has done and just work my hard work ethic and it's kind of paid off, but still got more work to do.
Well, when you look at how the ceremony went last night, talk about that and kind of walk us through how it went, because you said you didn't know that you won until they called your name up. So it's kind of, last second there, you get the surprise that you won. Did you have a feeling that maybe you were going to win the award?
I didn't have. I knew that I probably had a good shot, but I mean it's a great ceremony. Lot of people, and I mean I was a little stressed, a little nervous, but it was really cool experience. So.
Well, and the whole Feldhaus family was there. We saw
Yes,
a bunch
ma'am.
of the pictures. You guys have such a big, close family. How great was it to have all of them there and present?
It was great that all of them were there, and some close family friends got to be there too, and it was just great that they got to be there for that.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah. For you, I mean, what's it like? I mean, obviously, he talked about Marquise and Dominique. What was it like coaching him compared to those guys? I mean, obviously, you got the family connection here, so a little bit of a closer-knit group there. But, I mean, did you know that those guys were going to win when they won the award and they talk about it with him?
Dominique, I did. They didn't really tell me, but I did get a phone call that said, y'all need to make sure everybody's
Is
there.
in the building.
So I had a pretty good idea that he was going to, but with Jay, we didn't know anything. As far as coaching, that, and it is a little. I don't know, when I'm in my own zone when I'm coaching. I'm in the gym or during a game. There's really not much difference as far as player. I'm going to treat him the same way. Truthfully. Probably treat him a little harder.
Yeah.
A little harder. He'll tell you that too until he got used to it. Probably treated him a little harder because I know my dad did me the same way, and
probably your brothers
he was,
too.
Well, no, he's a lot easier on. I think Darren and Willie both tell you he was a lot easier on him than he was on me. I guess me being the first, but it was really neat for me. At the latter part of my career, to have Jake to be able to, come on board and be able to coach him. So that was very special. And last night was really special for all of us. I don't know who cried more. I don't know if it was Darren, Jake's dad, or Dr. Palmer, or myself, but I know there were a lot of tears flowing. I think it was really it just felt like a big relief off our shoulders once it happened, because we wanted it so bad. We wanted it so bad for Jake. So it was very special.
You played against a lot of guys that were up for the award too. I mean, I know, and I think that kind of makes it more special. But I mean,
how many are up for it?
Oh, every region
16.
has
16.
Yeah.
16. That's what I wasn't sure.
So, and I know the Cuff Cats play, and there's a lot of guys that you played throughout the regular season. I mean, the schedule that you all played is insane. So when you look at that and then the amount of talent that was in the room, were there any guys that you had conversations with, just kind of creating maybe a bond because of how much talent was in that room?
I mean, I was sitting next to Athens McGillis, who went to Covcath, and I mean, we kind of had a little conversation. And I know Jacob, we played AAU together, so I talked to him a little bit, and Reese, obviously playing against him, a few words exchanged. But I mean, it's just cool to be in a room with them and knowing that we're all there representing our region. So it's cool.
We talked about it after, and the way the season ended, we didn't get a chance to talk to you, but you were every game. I mean, like, you've got to take an ice bath or something. But what was it like after the Douglas game? Because, I mean, you could tell everybody there, as soon as you came across midcourt, it felt like there was somebody putting a body on you. So what was it like after that game, just a recovery process and going into the off season doing things like that?
I just took a few days rest. Kind of feels different knowing what your body does feel like whenever you're not all beat up and banged up. But therefore, during the season, it's like your body's just gonna ache, and kind of just battle through it and keep on working. And there's nothing really you can do about it. Can't just sit on the bench and sit out, but you just got to keep on playing through it. But I don't know. I'm already back into the gym. Trying to get stronger and work on the game some more. So
I know when I played some pickup, I need 3 days just to be able to walk again. So I can't imagine what it would be like for to go through what you went through, just the physicality aspect of it.
Well, Jake, a lot of people that may be new to watching and seeing you today, tell them your future plans, because a lot of people may not know.
I'm signed to play basketball at Belmont in Nashville, and I'm ready to get down there and play.
We were talking about, before we came on the air, about the situation there with the coach leaving, but you said you talked to the new guy they hired, and feel like things are still going to be pretty good there as far as your fit and things?
Yes, sir. Coach Brad's, I've had a few conversations with him, and kind of just waiting for his season to be over with Duke and get down there and know him a little bit better, and can't wait.
Well, the last time Coach was on, he said that he had there was something coming down the pipe.
Special coming up.
Little tease.
But
You now know what that is.
The Hall of Fame, the Kentucky High School Basketball Hall of Fame, that's a big deal. And to go in with your dad, just talk about what that means for you.
Yeah, I mean, that's what makes it even more special. I guess it was a couple months ago when I found out, and they asked me if I'd have any problem with going in with Dad, and I said no, I wouldn't want it any other way, even though he should have been in there a long time ago. We thought so, but it is very, very special that we're going to be able to go in there together. And if you look at the list of others that are going in, I mean, I have connections with about all of them.
Oh wow!
With Michaela Epps and Anthony, because Ashton played AAU with Michaela forever. And,
okay.
When I was coaching at Greene County, I had a top 10 team in the state my last year there. But that's the same year that Marion County won the state tournament. And Karen and I we had just been married a couple years. We actually lived in Marion County. She drove to Spencer County, where she was teaching and coaching cheerleading, and I would drive to Greene County. But we've known Michaela and Anthony forever. And then Tick Rogers, who was Mr. Basketball at Hart County, he's going in. He was in the same district as me when I was at Greene County, so I coached against him. And really, one of Dad's better friends that he played at UK with, Pat Doyle, is also going in on that class. So, and then of course Christy Noble down at Rockhouse. So I've known Christy, and she played basketball at Moorhead when Willie was there. So just have a lot of connections with some of the other people that are going in. But going in with Dad, that really makes it special, because he's kind of the one that kind of set the tone for all of us. And Jake will tell you that. He was kind of all of our heroes, and he's probably the reason we all do what we do.
Well, talk about his accolades, because I know we know about what you've done, But for folks that may not know what all your dad accomplished, talk about him and what all he did to, now that he is going into the Hall of Fame, you can kind of reflect on it a little bit.
Well, he truthfully in high school he played all three sports: baseball, basketball, and football. And truthfully, he wanted to go to Moorhead because they were going to let him play all three sports. And then I know I've heard the story a million times when Adolph came to the house to make his recruiting pitch for UK. My grandfather taught him, said, "No, you'll be going to Lexington to play for that guy right there." And of course, he got to play. He played baseball too at UK because Coach Rupp's main assistant, Harry Lancaster, was the baseball coach. So a lot of the guys like Cotton Ash played baseball, Dickie Parsons played baseball. So, and then for me and my brothers, I mean, growing up with Dad, I mean, that's what everybody talked about. I mean, he was a UK basketball and baseball player, and then I can remember when Dad started out as coaching, and of course he played minor league baseball in the Washington Senators organization for 2 or 3 years, and then I came along, and then Willie came along 10 months after that, and in that minor league system, we were riding those buses to trips. He said, "I might want to just get into coaching. I don't know if I can handle this for two youngsters." So I can remember, though, the first time I can remember going in that gym at Russell County and watching Dad coach, and I figured out real quick that that's what I wanted to do. And we're all very fortunate. And really for us, I think the most amazing thing is when he took the job at Mason County. I guess it was in the mid-'70s. I think I was a 7th grader when Dad took that job there. But you couldn't ask for a better place to grow up if you love high school basketball at that time in the mid-'70s and early '80s than Mason, because I've never seen a place that was so starved for a regional championship. Because when we got there, they had never won a regional championship at Mason County. And, of course, you've got that palace that they play in at the Mason County Feldhaus. So you couldn't ask for a better place to grow up if you love high school basketball. And then lucky enough that my team was the very first team to win a regional championship. And I don't know how many for Mason County is really a small school. I mean, even when I graduated, we had 800 people, and that was before Maysville consolidated with Mason County, and there might even be fewer people in that school now because that school is really not that big. And
did you only play basketball, or did you play anything else?
I played everything.
Okay.
I played baseball, basketball, football, and golf. I played everything. But for a school that size, they've won 2 state championships and had 2 runner-ups for a school that size. And I think Dad's the one who it broke the seal and kind of everything carried over after that. There's been some pretty good players to come through there too.
Up in there, Garrett.
Yeah, so Jake, I think everybody who's watched or kept up with Madison Central basketball this year knows that you're also a very unselfish player, and you're never out there like purposely stat padding. You're not a stat padder, but I think going into the year, you knew you had the potential to get this award. So what was it like going into some of those big games that you knew you maybe had to show out for? Because obviously the whole state's going to have your eye on that one.
Really, it was just go out and give it all I have and just work as hard as possible. Just outwork at the person who's in front of me and get through them and maybe a few others that they were trying to throw at me. But
right.
Just being a team player, you're not just going to get the award by just going out there and doing everything by yourself. And I give big props to my teammates being there for me, pushing me in practice, and allowing me to rely on them and make me and them look pretty good. So, it was great.
When you look at the season as a whole, was there one moment that stuck out to you? I mean, to me, the 3-point shot against Great Crossing, that kind of sticks out as, a moment. But is there one moment where you're just like, man, I'll never forget that?
No, not really. But I think the whole season in general was just a great time. It went by so fast. It was insane. Winning leads to a good time, and there wasn't just one moment. Like, we had many great moments, from locker room to King of the Bluegrass was great, and just after the Covcath win, the GRC win was great. But it was the whole season was just great.
And how crazy is that? They just won a state championship.
Yeah, we beat them 28.
28 points.
Yeah.
So,
Isn't that crazy?
the second week of the season,
Yeah,
right?
we always play them the second Tuesday of the season. Yeah.
Do you have a good relationship with Josh?
I love Josh.
Yeah,
he's one of my closest colleague.
Yeah,
so,
he was at Alice Lloyd when I was there, when I was playing against Jim Buchanan. I think he might have coached Jim Buchanan, where he was somehow involved with Jim Buchanan for a bit.
I coached against him at Central when he was at Lawrence County. He was at Lawrence County for a couple of years too. It's funny though that, Josh, I'm real close with Josh. Really think the world of Josh, but he called me yesterday. It's about an hour and a half before we left to go to the Mr. Basketball Banquet. Of course, Malachi Ashford, his point guard, was the 10th region player of the year, so he was going. And needless to say, he didn't have much voice left when he called, but what he called to ask me was, what do we have to wear to this banquet? I said, well, my wife's making me wear a coat and tie. I said, I've been several times before, and I usually do wear a coat and tie. I said, but Josh, you just want a state championship. You wear whatever the heck you want. You wear whatever the heck you want to wear. So, I got to talk to him again last night, and I was really proud of them. They played really well, and against that St. X game there in the championship, you just tell they were a little more loose.
Yeah,
I thought St. X got a little tight there to the end of the game, and then they really worked on them in overtime. But yeah, it's frustrating when you go over there and you've played 6 of those teams, and you've beaten 5 of them. Not just you've beaten them pretty.
Yeah,
beaten them pretty good. But it is what it is. But we're not going to let Luke's injury take away from the rest of the season, because it was a very exciting season.
Has he had his surgery yet? I was going to go there with.
Yeah, last Tuesday, and
Okay.
yeah, of course his ACL was torn. He actually had some meniscus damage too, but everything went good. The surgery went good, and thank goodness the nerve block didn't wear off for a day or so after surgery. I called him, I guess, yesterday. I said, well, how's it been going? I said, it's been a little rough this week. I said, so you're still on the pain pills? He said, oh yeah, I'm still on the pain pills. I think he goes back to the doctor again Wednesday, but the surgery and everything went fine. It's just going to be a process.
Yeah,
That is good. Coach, when you were on the show a couple weeks ago, we discussed it. But Jake, I don't know if you've realized, and this really isn't too much of a question, but the love of basketball that you've helped bring back to our local community for Madison Central. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but the stands got more and more packed as the games went on. More people kept coming to the games to watch you, to watch our team, and we had a good team. Did you notice that at all? Like, oh, the stands are packed tonight.
Yeah, it was great. The support we had was it was amazing, and couldn't ask for anything better, especially for like the show out for like the GovCath game. I mean that was great. I don't know if I've ever played in a crowd that is that big. It was a great atmosphere.
The regular season game.
Yeah,
it was unreal.
Both student sections. It was great.
And it was probably Jake, he'll probably tell you this. There were probably at least 200 or 300 people from Maysville.
Oh,
there.
for
Of
sure.
course, you had the Myrick kid that played for GovCath, who Jake played with at Mason
as a sophomore,
County.
right?
He's a junior. He's a junior.
He was a year behind you.
Yeah, he's a year behind Jake, and there were probably, of course, I've known that family forever, and they were all there because I put them on a pass list because I've known those people for forever. So Jake had a lot of support from his Mason County friends, not only for that game, but for a lot of games throughout the year.
I think there was I think it was 2015 was the last time we going back to GRC that a team had lost their district championship, but still went on to win a state championship.
Oh yeah, you see that every once in a while.
And for you all, the 11th region. I mean, when you look at what could be coming next year, I feel like everybody kind of loses a lot, other than Great Crossing. They bring back a lot of players.
I would think they would be the favorite. All those guys were sophomores pretty much. Trevante was a senior, but they pretty much have their whole team coming back. But really, you look at the rest of the region, there's really nobody else that has that much returning as Great Crossing. So, and we've talked about it. We really like our young kids, and we're too stupid, I guess, to change our schedule. So we'll be doing the same thing that we always do. So, we're not going to have very many seniors.
Yeah.
Maybe one or two. So we're going to be playing some young kids, but we're looking forward to it. We think we've got some guys that can step up. Because really, you look at Great Crossing; those guys, all those sophomores, they played on their freshman team last year,
Yeah.
and we knew they were good last year, and they stepped up and made a good run this year.
Did you have a question?
Well, of course, golf.
Yeah.
Are
well,
you going to get to play much golf?
It's
Because
definitely.
people may not know that how great you are at golf as well.
I'm gonna pick it up for fun now. Definitely kind of just go out there. It's gonna be different. Not knowing that I have to go play competitively. It's just gonna be easy. Just go out there.
He's going to
and-
be on some scramble teams.
Enjoy-
I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Lethal scramble team
People are
right
like,
there.
"Hey, put him on my team."
Well, that was my next question is, what's next for you? I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, got to get ready for Belmont, but what are you doing right now? What will you be
Yeah.
doing leading up to when you go down there to report?
I'm trying to lift every single day, get in the gym as much as possible, and really just stay healthy.
Yeah, what's the plan for you guys? Summer league stuff coming up?
We actually I think because I had so many seniors, I just have 7 really right now that last period because I got several that play baseball, and they started lifting with our strength coach today. And then after spring break, Garrett will tell you, I mean, I've done this for 40 years. After spring break, of course, I have them all that last period where they lift every day now. But we'll start doing our open gyms 3 days a week after spring break. And then as soon as school's out, we'll start playing our summer schedule. And with Jake, it's kind of up in there until Coach Brad's makes some decisions as far as when he's going to have to, like when Coach Alexander was going to be, he was going to have to report on the end of May?
May 28th.
May
6 days.
28th.
Wow.
So, and of course, that can change with Coach
Yeah.
Brad's depending on, how he wants to do things and, if everything works out there at Belmont. So I'd say as soon as Jake graduates, it wouldn't surprise me if the next week he's probably going to have to report to Belmont.
Does that make you nervous at all? I mean, we did talk about your old coach leaving. Now you've got the new coach. You know the new coach, but you don't know him as well as the old coach.
No,
that's who
definitely
you
not.
signed with.
It'll just it'll work itself out, I believe. Get down there as soon as possible and just get to know him and see how it works out.
Yeah, well,
Right.
Belmont's like a tournament staple in terms of the
Exactly.
NCAA within Missouri Valley now.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a good mid-major conference. So
Yeah,
All right,
it's going to
before
be
we
a
let you
perfect
go,
fit.
who's the best golfer in the family?
Oh, it's not even close.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
A little subtle,
Now,
but
his
that's all
dad,
right.
his dad might argue with him.
I was getting ready to say
he
your
might have
dad would
Now
argue.
his dad used to be pretty dang good, but his dad's getting a little age on him, like I am. So, yeah, there's no contest right now.
There's-
Not that doesn't mean they won't argue and fight and everything else when they get out there.
Have you
going
taught your cousins, though? You got lots of cousins. You're teaching them golf.
No, not really. But there's kind of been Dad won. I've never won a region championship in golf individually, and he claims that he's won it 4 times, and
Hey,
I always.
hey, your uncle won it too.
And I always my returning is the competition. Like today's golf realm.
Yeah,
it's
golf's
just
come a
the-
long way.
Oh,
the
gosh.
competition
Yes,
that is
close.
out there
Yeah.
That's true.
is insane. Like if you look at the scores compared to what they are now, it's insane.
Oh, and also the best thing about last night was, of course, as soon as Jake and Miss Basketball, when they took them back to the media room, and they kept them back there for a long time, but then they allowed us to come in, and we did all those family pictures. And and also my favorite pictures with him with all of his cousins. Of course, all of his cousins are female, so I love my 3, and then Willie's 2 girls. I love that, but. At the end, Jake was holding his Mr. Basketball. It's like a crystal basketball or whatever, and he held it up to his dad and said, "You don't have one of these, do you?" So of course, those 2 are always going back and forth. So Darren couldn't say anything there because nope, he didn't have one. 'Cause
No, he did not
got
do
second.
that.
He got second to John Pelfrey.
I do have
his
another
senior
quick
year.
question. The brackets. Did you guys fill out your brackets? And how well are you doing?
And we have a family one. Jake's up there at the top. I'm
top
kind of
first.
I'm kind of in the. I'm
Who
kind
you got
of
winning?
in the middle.
I have Michigan winning.
Okay,
I do
I'll
too.
do Garrett's
I
got
too.
only,
Yeah.
only did one bracket, just do one, and don't have to keep up with 2 many.
Addie,
Hey, do one stick
Addie
with
makes us do the whole family. We all do one. We're all in the tournament challenge every single year.
Yeah.
Oh, good deal. Well, congrats once again, my man, to you, and and I know
Yes.
it's a big deal for you and Pops going in at the same time. So congrats. When is that ceremony? Is it May?
It's
right?
August 22nd.
Oh, okay, so you got some
August
time to-
22nd at the
okay.
Opera House, and there'll be information about tickets that
Good
coming
deal.
out later.
When they come out, we'll be sure to get it out there
Yep.
for you guys. Congratulations once again, and always a pleasure talking to you. We'll step aside for a first commercial break. Got a lot more to get to, folks, so don't go anywhere. You're listening to us and watching us live on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
You know what they say. Every great season starts with a strong lineup. Neat agility, the Trailblazer cuts through traffic like a wide receiver in the red zone. Power, the Silverado handles work and tailgates like a linebacker on a mission. And if you're ready to go electric, the Equinox EV has the range to go all the way. No matter your game plan, Jack Burford Chevrolet has the vehicle that suits your drive. Stop in, suit up, and let's kick off your next adventure.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills. When you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Welcome back into the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Michael Watkins, Samantha, Burford, Garrett, Stearns. You laughing at your bracket?
I'm laughing because he just showed us his bracket.
I know.
The one side that's perfect.
Well, listen, it's still
One
early, though.
region.
We only got
The East
one
region.
weekend done. But
That's
Garrett
true.
does have a perfect East region. That's
I
pretty
do.
impressive.
That'd be
That
pretty-
is.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Did
it
you
might-
cheat?
I did not
How do you
cheat.
cheat?
Just
if he was cheating and he knew what was going to happen, we'd be going to Vegas right now.
That's true.
oh, true.
Over.
I'm just making sure you.
I'll be buying me
made it
one of these
during the
new
cutoff
vehicles.
time.
How good would I look right in that?
That is a pretty color.
That is a pretty color.
That's
Nice.
a pretty.
So right now we have Landon at the top of our bracket challenge standings. Of course, last week Garrett and I broke down ours.
You're
Samantha,
scrolling far
I know
because
that's
I
how
was
that's
at
how
the
low we
bottom.
are. Landon's bracket 54 points. He had 28 points through the round one, and then round two was the round of 32 there with 26 points. He has got Duke, Purdue, Houston, and Michigan in his final four. And Landon's bracket, the top of the standings there in our Coyote Bracket Challenge. Blake Bonham, D. Adams, Rita, Midnight R, and WCW rounding out some of the top picks there. Garrett, what did you say? You're at 48 points total.
50, I think.
50 points total.
50.
I'm
So that's
trying to-
better than my 46.
Yeah,
right?
it's better
You
than your.
want
Oh,
more
look, you
points.
learned some math while you was off last Monday. I'm proud of you. But yeah, so you
I'm just
have.
checking. I didn't know. You know.
What did you say? You had 50. What was your G Money, right?
I'm G Money picks. Yeah.
G Money picks right there. 50 points. You had 26 in the first round, 24 in the second round. You've got Michigan State, Arizona, Houston, and Michigan in the Final Four. Now, my Final Four was Arkansas, Houston, Michigan. And I can't remember what my fourth one was.
Was it Houston?
Houston. I got Houston and Michigan in the finals.
Okay, so.
But
yeah.
I have 47 points at the moment.
So we're very close. So
We are.
there's
We
no
are.
smack
We are.
talk.
And there's
with
more
me.
points given out if you get games like right in further rounds. So
Yeah,
it's
so
definitely time to catch up.
my Final
Which-
Four, I had 25 in the first round, 22 points in the second round. I've got Duke, Arkansas, Michigan, and Houston in my Final Four,
Wow,
with Michigan and
see.
Houston
You're going to beat
in
me
the
because I have
championship game.
Florida in there.
Yeah, Florida, and that's the thing. That's really the big upset thus
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
And
I did have Kentucky losing in that.
the second round, same.
Yeah.
I think
we
you
all
did
did.
too.
We all
yeah.
did.
Well,
Yeah, we had hopes.
we had
Here's the thing.
hopes.
I said
Hopes
this
in
too.
the first half.
On Thursday, we were literally sitting in the car before this forum that we had to go stream. Me, Gage, and Garrett rooting for Sienna. We were like, you know what? I don't care if my
We thought it
bracket's
could happen.
busted. I don't care if my bracket's busted. I want Duke to go down. Of course, they ended up coming back and winning
Yeah.
that game. But yeah, it was very interesting to see how that game played out. But that's really the only big upset, and I think that's kind of where we are now. Now,
Yeah.
Texas making it as far as they did, that's kind of an upset. But I mean, Like teams like Texas and Kentucky and there's even Vanderbilt. I'm saying SEC schools, but teams like that, even when they're a lower seed, they're still a big school and they've got talent. So it doesn't really shock you that much that Texas, even though they had a down regular season, Tennessee's still alive. So there are some, and to me, I think the biggest surprise of the whole tournament right now might be the fact that Alabama has made it to the Sweet 16 with their second best player.
Yeah.
So I think that's maybe the most interesting storyline. But
okay, but I am excited about Coach Pitino.
Yeah, St. John's.
Good for Coach Pitino.
And I loved what he said at the press conference, that he hopes he gets to play Duke. And he's going to get rid of that Christian Laettner.
Get them back for the Christian Laettner shot.
Yes.
Here is why I picked Arkansas, and I talked to Garrett about this last week. I have Arkansas on the Final Four because it has been such a hard year for Kentucky fans. And they have moaned and groaned. They've been seeing more of it today on social media and things and last night. It would be icing on the cake if in John Calipari's second year at Arkansas, he takes them to the Final Four.
Who's icing on the cake?
His. But I think it would just be the karma of Kentucky fans. And listen, I'm one of them. And I do think that it was the right thing for Cal to leave.
There.
He could not get us there.
I mean, it's like he's rejuvenated.
Yeah,
like,
well, I mean,
what
maybe
the hell
rightfully
happened?
so. I mean,
sorry, I'm cussing on the air,
but I think that's the case, though.
What the heck happened?
Yeah, well, I think he just – and Cal was always going to thrive in the NIL era.
Yeah.
He just was.
Remember, he used to tell us, that SEC tournament doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. Well, that was more of the players, though, I think, than him.
Doesn't mean he said it.
I think he got gifted kind of an easy run in the SEC tournament, too, this year. I mean, Alabama got upset by Ole Miss, so he got to play the 15 seed in the semifinal. Florida got upset by Vanderbilt so he kind of had an easier road.
Easier shoe-in and to the finals.
We will be following along throughout the tournament to let you know who is at the leaderboard. Again, Landon's bracket right now, the top of our bracket challenge.
So he could soon be the winner of our WBON bracket challenge.
Yeah.
That TV.
That big TV. We need sound effects. I'm all about the sound effects today.
Yeah, so it's WCYOFM.com. If you did compete, you can go on there, see your bracket, see your scoreboard, and all the leaderboard right there. Again, WCYOFM.com. There's right there at the top of the screen. You can click on that and get the information.
I'm not too far away.
No, it's still close. Honestly, it's going to depend on the Final Four. It really is. As long as there's not any crazy upsets between now and the Final Four.
And there will be.
But, I mean, Arkansas's got Arizona, the 1 seed, which is they're an 8.5-point underdog, which is kind of crazy to me.
I've got Arizona winning it.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. We'll take another commercial break. When we come back, there was a big deal this weekend. A Clark Moore's track athlete did something very big. So we'll talk about that when we come back. And later on in the show, Johnny Denton will come on from the Crown Legacy League. We'll talk to him about his league, the formation of it, the idea behind it. It's very cool. Been talking to Johnny a lot about this Crown Legacy League, and we'll hear from him later on in the show. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
You know what they say. Every great season starts with a strong lineup. Neat agility, the Trailblazer cuts through traffic like a wide receiver in the red zone. Power, the Silverado handles work and tailgates like a linebacker on a mission. And if you're ready to go electric, the Equinox EV has the range to go all the way. No matter your game plan, Jack Burford Chevrolet has the vehicle that suits your drive. Stop in, suit up, and let's kick off your next adventure.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills. When you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Here on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, Michael Watkins, Samantha Burford, Garrett Stearns, and over the weekend, guys, we got a message from Daniel Rogers about John Peyton Moncrief. He's from Waco, Kentucky, here in Madison County, and he is competing with Push Academy. I believe that's like a club team. Great middle school athlete. He's going to be playing for Central, Clark Moores. He set a new middle school indoor long jump record and the Adidas Nationals in Virginia Beach. He is currently ranked number 1 in the nation. Gage has got some pictures of him. This happened on Saturday in the middle school long jump. Again, sets a new middle school indoor long jump record and the Adidas Nationals in Virginia Beach. Again, ranked number 1 in the nation. And we've talked about it for years. I mean, we've been doing this show for how long? Like 10 years or so. And I mean, we've had so many incredible athletes from we had I can't remember the girl's name. We had the girl that did the gymnastics, like the
stunt?
the ribbons. Remember the ribbons?
ribbons.
Yeah,
Yes,
we had her.
yes,
She went to
yes.
Boise State, I believe.
Yes.
But just like not your
We've had
typical
swimmers. We've
yeah.
had divers.
Yeah,
We've
as I
had-
said, we've had so many great athletes.
Yeah.
Not just your Mr. Basketball
Right.
or your
Which is still fun to
great
have.
football athletes.
I mean,
Exactly.
what are the odds that 3 have come from Madison County?
Yeah, that is
that?
pretty impressive. Yeah, and all 3 big names. I mean,
So you wonder,
Dominique and Marquise
Is
ended
that
up
the
at
most?
Kentucky.
Has Madison County produced the most?
I don't know.
That's
That
a
would
good
be,
stat we need
it
to
is a
look up.
good
That'd
stat.
be interesting.
If
All
Hugh
right.
Davis is watching, which
Hugh.
normally he is, if he's not working somewhere,
Lay it on us, Hugh.
Hugh, if you can
Yeah.
find that out for us
Yeah.
and let us know
Be good to know.
but that just kind of shows you what the future has in store.
Yeah.
And there's been so many good athletes that have come through Madison County, gone on to do big things, and we love show. We've had some younger kids. We had the one kid come on that had done something big with football. That's going to be doing
Right.
some stuff. So very cool to see the youth and how bright the future is with Madison County sports.
That's right. And congratulations. That's exciting. What
It is.
grade
Yeah.
was he?
It didn't say what grade
Oh,
he's in,
didn't
but
say
big,
his
yeah,
grade,
Push
but he's at Clark
Academy.
Big
Moores.
accomplishment.
Yeah, big accomplishment. So congratulations, ranked
Yeah,
number 1 in the nation.
They can't wait
How
to
about
get him on that Madison
Yeah.
Central track
Oh, I'm
team.
sure. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, you were not ranked number 1 in the bracket. Well, I wasn't either, though. I don't want to. I
None
can't
of
really
us-
talk
none of us
trash.
were.
That's true.
Very
That's true.
close to you. And
It'll
I'm
play
sure
out.
it's eating at
Well,
you,
we
Garrett's
we
beating
did
you.
make a bet last Monday, and you weren't here.
I wasn't here, so I
Whoever
can't
finishes
lose.
in 3rd takes the other 2 out to lunch.
Garrett, you know he's fibbing, right?
I'm not fibbing. We said it. You go back and watch the video.
I wasn't here to place that bet.
But I placed it for you.
He plays it for you.
Yeah, it's like, I logged into your
'Cause he
FanDuel
knows
account
it'll
and
be
placed it.
me having to pay.
It's fine. You could, you can hang out with me and Garrett for lunch, and we could, you could talk shop
to
and
hang
take
out.
us out to lunch. Yeah. Well, maybe let's take us to Nuevo, one of our great
Nuevo,
sponsors.
yeah.
Yeah.
True. Well, we're
Well,
in for that.
Let's
We're
step
in for
aside for our final commercial break. When we come back, we'll tell you all about Crown Legacy League.
I
Something
can't
very
wait.
cool, very
Yes.
interesting. We'll talk to Johnny Denton about that when we come back. Hang out with us here, folks, on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
You know what they say. Every great season starts with a strong lineup. Need agility? The Trailblazer cuts through traffic like a wide receiver in the red zone. Power? The Silverado handles work and tailgates like a linebacker on a mission. And if you're ready to go electric, the Equinox EV has the range to go all the way. No matter your game plan, Jack Burford Chevrolet has the vehicle that suits your drive. Stop in, suit up, and let's kick off your next adventure.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now Steel in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills, when you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Back here on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, Michael Watkins, Samantha Burford, Garrett Stearns. If you're out and about, listen, come by and see us sometime. If you're out and about, want to talk some shop, talk some sports with us, come on by here at Jack Burford Chevrolet. And while you're here, check out the great line of vehicles at Jack Burford Chevrolet. You can visit them online, jackburford.com, to see the great inventory they have here at Jack Burford Chevrolet.
We'll even let you come in and walk around. Like we take up a lot of room
We do,
in their
we do.
showroom, but we'll let you come
We
in.
do.
And
Also,
walk
great
around.
sponsors like Nuevo Vallarta. If you're out and about looking for some dinner plans tonight, Longhorn Steakhouse is busy again. But Nuevo, listen, I've never been to Nuevo that they're not busy as well.
That's true.
Like you got to find a parking
That's why
spot
they
and drive
expanded.
around. Exactly.
But they're still good at getting you out quick.
Oh,
the
exactly.
food,
Yeah, I
food
mean,
is still so fast.
It's like they know what I'm coming to get, and it's already. It's like as soon as I order it, it's like, oh, it's already done. Okay, appreciate it. So, also Bishop's Small Engine Repair. It's tax time. Take your tax money over to Bishop's. I had to weed eat for the first time this weekend. I was not a fan of it, but it is that time of year. The warmer weather will bring the weeds and the grass up. And the law office of Patrick O'Neill. Look at it over in Breathitt County. You can give them a call for a free consultation if you need legal advice on workers' compensation, criminal defense cases, whatever the case might be. Patrick O'Neill in Breathitt County, 606-666-2990. We got Johnny Denton from the Crown Legacy League. You got the WC on, so you're from Wolfe County, the Campton area there.
That's where I live.
Yeah, where you live. Now, you're from
Garrett County.
Garrett County.
Yeah.
Because you're not too far from us here, from where you're from. But Crown Legacy League. And you and I talked, a couple of months ago about this, and I was very excited. I wanted to play. First of all, I'm too old to play. And I saw some of the video. Brandon Morris from Estill County. I played a lot of games. I played a lot of games with him. He seemed like, and again, I saw some of the videos. Braxton Beverly, former EKU player, was on the Perry County team. But it's very cool what you've done with this. And this is something that you're going to look to expand upon maybe in the future. But first of all, let's talk about the idea behind Crown Legacy Leagues and exactly what it is.
Yeah, for sure. So the main thing with the Crown Legacy League is so you have your KVAA, that's your Kingdom Virtue Athletic Association. So that's the actual LLC, that's the business that I created. The point of that is to spread the virtues of the kingdom, hence the name. We're really focused on through competition and athletics, which you've got a lot of organizations. I think there's a big movement in Christianity and stuff here recently. But that's the whole point, is to spread discipline, leadership, and the biblical values. Not so much shove it down their throat, but you're going to see it in presence throughout the season. That's the side of the KVAA where eventually we'll add other sports as well. We're just focused on the basketball for now. We'll do some kid camps, probably not so much on skill side. We'll throw some skills in there, but more plyometrics.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I know you have a lot of, when it comes to sports, everybody focuses on trying to have the 7-year-old that's the best of the best.
Yeah,
and I think people forget that Michael Jordan, when he started, he didn't touch a basketball until he was 12.
Yeah.
One of the greatest athletes.
And he
ever
did
touch it.
okay for himself.
Yeah, no, for sure, just a little bit. But the Crown Legacy League itself, the whole point is to really create a new platform, because identity is everything in athletics, and you even get, athletes that when they're in high school, maybe they didn't hit their full size yet. Maybe they didn't know how to do highlights or whatever it was to get noticed. But you got athletes that are very, very good, and so I'm wanting the platform to become a spot for them to get noticed. And then you even have athletes that have already made it to college that no longer have eligibility, that they need a place to put that talent. They're 24, 25 years old if they don't go to the NBA or to overseas to play. And so a lot of players miss wearing that county across the chest, right? And so that's why I created the branded team. So right now I think we got 9 counties, and we're going to have an underdog team in there as well.
Okay.
So it'll be 10. And then eventually we want to, it's by next year. So it's a big, ambitious task for sure. But through God's blessing, hopefully we can make that happen, where we can make it go into every county to at least have one team. So you can have a platform where they can compete for a state, region, and
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So essentially, you had tryouts, right, for each, and there were 10 players per county that were allowed to come.
Yes.
And you did like a little mini combine type thing where they went out there. They went through different drills. You had scrimmages, I think, and watched some of the videos. But talk about the counties that are involved, because it's right now more of an Eastern Kentucky thing.
Yes.
But Estill County and Wolf, Morgan, I believe. But talk about some of the counties that are involved in this.
Yeah, for sure. So you got Estill. They really showed up the most so far. You got a lot of good players on there, like you mentioned, Big Mo. It's supposed to have the bloodline rule where you have to be from the county or have lived in the county at some point. However, it's the first season, so we're really focused on branching it and setting the foundation. But we can't be too picky.
Yeah.
So we need athletes to come out. So we did expand some of those spots open to people from close regions. So I know we got one guy from out here in Richmond, Zachary. Big Z.
Grass Gordon, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. And then you got Perry showed up. They're just tough all around. You got Damon Tobler. You've got Travis Perry. Like you said, Braxton Beverly. Yeah. There's a lot of names going through my head right now. Trying to think of them all. And then you got Wolf County. They showed up too. You got, really, when you look at it, and I talked to a lot of the guys, there's a lot of no names too that people aren't really looking toward.
Yeah.
But I know Sean Tibbs out of Wolf County.
Yeah, shooter. I saw he was the one that you supposed to hitting the 3-pointers,
yeah,
right?
He can when he gets hot, he gets hot. And then you got people out of Owsley. It's going to be a good season for sure.
Yeah, I know Breathitt County's represented. You know,
yes, Austin Sperry.
Austin Sperry, that's the name. Yeah. Yeah, and Sperry was one, I think, he was committed to play somewhere. I think the team just shut their team down. Like the school shut the basketball team down. So he was kind of left without somewhere to go after his senior season, led Breathitt County to the region championship. Yep. I think they went to state twice with him as a player during his time there. But yeah, it's very cool. And so when you put this league together, and again, a lot of Eastern Kentucky teams, where are we at right now, and what does the next, few weeks, months look like for the Crown Legacy League? And if there's somebody watching and they want to get involved somehow, talk about that.
No, for sure. So the biggest thing we were looking for right now is any volunteers. We have a free agency. So right now the teams are pretty much shut down. We've got the final teams and numbers made up, but we are looking for like extra players just in case. You never know what's going to happen. Injuries. These are men, so they have jobs.
Yeah.
Right? They have.
That was one thing I wanted to talk about too, because a lot of these guys are former high school athetes. So, what is there an age limit that you want to? Is 18 and above, or what's the rule there?
Yeah, so it's 18 and up.
Okay.
There's no really cutoff. If a 55-year-old is in shape and he wants to play, he can play too.
He looked at me, and did you see that? I knew I was waiting. I was kind of waiting on you to say
Go back
something.
to those Breathitt County roots, man.
Yeah. Listen, I have not. We used to play pickup ball in Breathitt County. We would. And it was kind of my job. So we had Doutha Park. Have you been to Doutha Park before in Breathitt County? Okay.
No.
It's behind the McDonald's there. But nevertheless, we had 3 courts. And after I graduated high school, I was playing pickup ball. I was basically at Doutha Park every single night. And I would send a text message out around 3 in the afternoon, ball at the park at 7, let me know if you can make it. I've got screenshots from then. And there were times we would have all 3 courts going. There were guys from Buckhorn, Owsley County guys would drive over, Lee County. We had every court filled with. So it's kind of like we were kind of before our time.
for sure.
We would have filled up Crown. You'd had 15 teams just from our area up there. But it is very cool
You're
to
not
see
too
what
old.
you're doing.
You can get all those guys
Oh, I'm
back
too old.
together.
Listen,
Too old.
I played pickup in January one time for like an hour and
Did
15
you need
minutes.
oxygen?
Not necessarily the oxygen, but like I could feel it in the morning. I woke up and like my whole body was sore, and I didn't really beat and bang with anybody. And I walked up the floor half the time, but that was just so. And again, that's what I was talking about with Jake. I can't imagine how his body felt after
Hurt.
one game.
Right.
And these guys, you put them through a combine and stuff. So
And they're
these are
35.
guys that are still playing pretty regularly on a consistent basis, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, it ranges from people who just play pickup ball to you got some collegiate athletes, like we mentioned, Sperry. And and then you got out of West Virginia Tech for Perry County, Trayton Woods.
Okay.
He's a shooter for sure. He's tough.
Now, you talked about, is there's a Knott County team? Is there?
There's not a Knott County team
Okay.
yet, but after this, in the mid-season, I'm actually going to open it up for Region 2.
Okay.
It's really, the expansion is going to be the hardest part. We're going to need, right now, it's just me.
Yeah.
Me and God, and every volunteer
Good
that we've
song,
been
by the
blessed.
way.
Yeah, and we've been blessed with volunteers and our sponsors. It's one of those things that God always shows up when you have faith, and that's part of the whole message in everything we do. So when you look at all that, there's a lot of moving parts, and like you had mentioned, we need churches. We really look for. Because they're going to help iron sharpens iron, help keep us accountable.
Yeah.
We don't want to just be another business that say, we're selling Jesus, and we want to be a platform that showcases Jesus, and you can come to our programs and our games and see it through the prayers, or if we have worship music playing and things of that like that. So
now you mentioned your sponsor. Your sponsor is a roofing business, right, or construction?
Yeah, Scott Boys Contracting.
Okay, Scott Boys Contracting, and I think it's a former athlete from Wolfe County that owns that company, right?
Yep, Kenneth Broughton.
Yeah,
Yep.
Kenneth Broughton. Yeah, he was a great baseball player. I used to call a lot of ball games. I think he was the catcher for Wolfe County, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I know I'm old, Samantha. But listen,
that.
remember
that.
Listen, we've had. I could go into a lot of details on the old days.
You
but
can't remember what happens yesterday, but you can
Kentucky
remember
got
that.
beat yesterday.
Yeah.
I know that, but yeah.
Yeah. What I want to know is like coaches. Are you going to have coaches? Do you, and
Now I could do that. I don't know if the Breathitt County boys would want to let me coach them, but I could do that.
But referees.
Yeah, so referees, we've got a couple lined up. You can never have too many people lined up because you never know what's going to happen. So we've got on our Facebook page at Crown Legacy League. There's a chart, just a Google form, basic form that you can fill out for volunteer work, for being a referee. We're looking at probably like 35 a game starting off. I know that's pretty low for some refs.
On the pay, yeah.
But it is what it is for the first season.
In your games, I know we talked about there was different kind of where you're going to be playing at. Have you got that kind of nailed down yet?
Yeah, so we've got it narrowed down between two locations. So we're looking at probably Estill.
Okay.
They've been phenomenal. They are just so accommodating out there at those county schools. And then we're also looking at maybe Lee's Community College.
Okay, yeah, in Breathitt County.
Yeah, I just know it gets really hot in there, so we've got to be really, or more so probably those games are going to run in May, but every game's going to go Sundays. We're going to run them back to back to back to back. I really wanted to make
it a full slate of games every Sunday, essentially, right?
like
5 games?
Yeah, yes, sir. So about 1:30 to about 7:30 is the last game, and I'm looking to have some vendors. I've got food trucks lined up, so you don't just get the typical concession.
Yeah.
You can have some variety.
Some options.
Yes, sir. And then you got, I might have some blow-ups. It depends. I've got to run that through Estill where we got room, and depends on the full venue location.
People can bring their kids.
They can bring their kids.
Yeah.
Come watch.
Yeah.
It's not just basketball. I mean, you're putting on a program for different things, and you want to showcase, the Lord and different things there. But for folks that are seeing this, if they are interested, they talk about your Facebook page and your website. Where can they go to get just the basic information, whether you want to come out and watch? I mean, because listen, when you're in some of those smaller towns, there's not a whole lot to do. I'm from Breathitt County. We used to spend our time driving around town wasting gas. Same thing for Campton, Lee, Owsley, and a lot of times the fans of those schools, those counties, they're just fans because they don't have anything else to do. So if you're seeing this, come out and watch some good basketball because these guys are going to be reliving the glory days essentially. But again, it's about the name across your chest, and that's a big deal.
Yeah, no, for sure. And the biggest thing right now, we don't really have a website yet. I am working to get like a stats site set up.
Okay.
So while you're watching the games, there'll be a live feed there. And then you'll also be able to see live stats. And then you can go back and check the player stats. It's a pretty sweet setup.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm pretty excited about that. It's just, I think that's Turbo Stats for anybody that, if you look it up there, they've got a really, really good setup for tracking all that. But right now it's just a Facebook page. So
that's really all you need though. A lot of the times is just a Facebook page.
Just Crown Legacy. Just because I'm operating on so many different aspects, I feel like I vomit over people when they ask me about it. Because there's so many, I'm like, well, we're doing.
When we first met, we talked for maybe an hour and a half, almost just about the league itself and kind of what you're wanting to do with it. And we're hoping to maybe be able to stream some games eventually once we get into the spring and summer. But your start date, what you're looking to start these games in mid-April, right? Late April.
So we're looking at April 12th for the first one, and then we're going to run a bye. We're going to run some behind-the-scene logistics to see how the first week went. And then I've got a buddy that's Brad Smith out of Powell County. He's doing a run that over in the Gorge area. On the 19th. So I'm going to be looking at that, and we're always trying to support each other. So we're going to take a pause for that, and then we'll pick back up on April 27th.
Does Powell have a team in the league? Powell County?
Powell County does. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we had a pull from some of them. I think they've got a couple Rowan County guys that came to plug in and plug and play. Like I said, it's not perfection yet, but you're going to get the good, like the idea behind it.
Yeah. Well, and I think with anything, you have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, and you've done that. You've got a great idea behind it, and you're getting the wheels going. Yeah. And this first year, you can kind of use it as a baseline as to, okay, what do we need to improve upon? What can we do better? And when we expand this thing, where do we go with it? Because I know we talked about, when we've seen it on this show, there's a lot of really good athletes from Madison County. Yes. From Clark County. I mean, just thinking about can you imagine we talked about Cole Brown, Braden Ray, Dominique. I mean, just some of the teams.
Team would be tough.
Yeah, you could. I mean, that's the cool part about this is when you eventually break past Estill County.
Yeah.
Some of these teams are going to be insane, and it would just be kind of. It's kind of like you sit around and do like fantasy drafts.
Yeah,
that's kind of what it would be like doing a fantasy draft with some of your favorite players. But I think the idea that you have is really good, and just talking to you a couple of times, the passion that you have for it.
I appreciate you.
I think that's what makes it so special. And I talk to people all the time, like when you're passionate about something. And you have an idea, and you've kind of hit the ground running with it now. I think it's very cool what you're doing over there, and wish you guys all the success with the Crown Legacy League. You talked about April 12th being the first game. If folks just want to come out, do you have an idea of what ticket prices might look like? Is you get a day pass type thing? What's that look like?
Yeah, so we're looking at for adults $6. For 16 and older is going to be about $3.
Okay,
and then I'm still working on what's going to be free. I'm thinking like elementary level, middle school level. I'll probably let them in free. We really want them to come out.
Yeah.
So I don't want finances to be a problem for somebody not to come out. Right. It's the first year. Streaming's going to be free. So if they don't want to come out and they just want to stay at home, have something to watch. I don't know how great the streaming is going to be unless you guys are doing it. Then of course it's going to be phenomenal for sure. But on our end, we're going to try to do our best to make it as community impactful as we can. I've even thought about maybe doing like a superhero night.
Just different themes and things.
A Disney night, have somebody dress up as Mickey Mouse. Like
Samantha got a Mickey costume. Don't you still have that still?
I do not. But I'll rent one. It would be fun. I guess one of my questions is, you're going to need to make sure people have health insurance, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What if someone falls?
Yes.
I fall a lot when I
breaks their ankle while they're playing.
So we definitely have our player waivers. At the combine, they all signed a waiver. I did make those pretty extensive through the KVAA side to where if no fighting. That's a big thing.
Yeah. I'm out there.
They could be ejected, right?
Yeah, I'm out on that.
Well, it's more. Well, I put a monetary value in there too, so they get a fine, a $2,500 to $5,000 fine.
Oh wow. Okay.
And no alcohol, don't show up drunk. All those. We wanted to be kid friendly.
Right. You're out to Samantha then.
Right.
And then they'll release a liability, and then we're going to have insurance over $1 million of liability insurance. Your typical stuff, $10,000 property damage. spectator insurance, all that fun stuff.
I looked at you
Yeah.
about the breaking.
I know.
game.
Well, it is what it is. Listen, Crown Legacy League, go look them up on Facebook. He's Johnny Denton. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out with us again on another Monday night. Next Monday, we got softball. Tomorrow, we have baseball on
Check your
WBON-TV.
brackets.
And we'll see you next time on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.